Good. Go twice. Last one now. 1, 2. 1, 2 up, body head, making miss. 1, 2, 1, 2 up, body head, making miss.
4-7.
Trying to put response to Bellew and Froch.
Bellew and Froch, what can I say about them guys? Come and meet me face to face. I'll eat Froch alive and I'll eat Bellew alive. And by the way, Bellew got his ass handed to him by a bantam.
Carl Froch trained intensely yesterday alongside Tony Bellew, and it was clear to see the skill, precision, and respect he brings every time he steps into the ring. Meanwhile, JohnFury reacted like a ticking time bomb, loudly proclaiming that he would eat both of them alive, issuing a fierce warning to both Tony Bellew and Carl Froch not to underestimate the full force of his fury, his words charged with aggression, intensity, and unmistakable authority that left no doubt about his protective and combative mindset.
Do you still hit the bag in there?
I've got one in my gym at home, and I hit it for half an hour sometimes. I just get sweating out. Better than running, I can't stand running. So I just hit the bag just like.
Carl Froch also did not hold back in his response, calling out JohnFury with sharp precision and unwavering confidence. He issued a clear warning for Fury to stay away, boldly promising that just one clean jab would be enough to take him down. Froch's intense focus, controlled aggression, and strategic composure demonstrate exactly why he commands such respect and authority whenever he steps into the ring, leaving no doubt about his experience, skill, and readiness to dominate any confrontation.
Been punished or been held accountable for his ludicrous, ridiculous, thuggish actions, because it's not good enough. We don't want to see that around professional boxing. We don't want that around our beautiful sport. But anyway, Big JohnFury, you won't be headbutting Tony Bellew. He would end you with one little jab hook. It'd be game over. And the same with me. You won't be headbutting me. Don't come anywhere near me, nowhere in the vicinity within my jab, or you will be getting ironed out. You'll be unconscious. You'll be snoring before you hit the floor. Big JohnFury, the bare knuckle champion, the fighting man. You'll be asleep before you hit the floor. So don't talk.
Carl Froch kept his composure while delivering a firm and stern warning to JohnFury, making it absolutely clear that any step out of line would come with serious consequences. Froch's discipline, focus, and unwavering calm under pressure show that he is fully prepared, confident, and completely unfazed by Fury's aggressive antics. Standing tall and commanding respect, he clearly establishes himself as the true professional in this heated and tense scenario, demonstrating experience, authority, and readiness to handle whatever comes his way in the confrontation.
Don't talk rubbish. Let's just move on from it. Stay in your box that you've been put in. You've piped down, you're quieting down. That's good. They've obviously had a word with you. Keep your mouth shut. Stay out of trouble, because if you don't, there's going to be serious ramifications. So stay piped down, stay in your box, keep your mouth shut, and we don't want to see any more of you. At the press conference, at the weigh-in, they didn't want to see you on fight night. You'll sure be jumping around like a jack in the box, but stay in your box you've been put in, and stay out of my way, because I can assure you it will.
JohnFury tried to brush off the tension with his usual bravado, acting as if he were completely untouchable and above the situation. However, it is clear that he is visibly rattled by Carl Froch's disciplined and focused training alongside Tony Bellew. His attempts to appear bigger and more intimidating than the moment only highlight how Froch's presence, skill, and calm authority are already getting under his skin, showing that even the loudest talk cannot hide the fact that Froch's preparation and professionalism are making a serious impression and putting Fury noticeably on edge.
Saying to the lads, I wish it was last weekend, but the weekend just gone. Well, we've got 5 days to wait now, so I'm expecting that if it's not
JohnFury flaunts his lifetime of experience in the gym, boasting loudly as if he were completely untouchable in the room. Every word he speaks is clearly designed to provoke, command attention, and assert dominance over those around him. Yet Carl Froch remains perfectly composed, letting Fury escalate the tension while quietly focusing, strategizing, and preparing to turn that very arrogance and overconfidence against him once they step into the ring, demonstrating calm control, experience, and readiness to capitalize on any opening.
I'm saying I've been around the gyms all my life. I've come off 200 years of knowledge in my head. These people can't compete with JohnFury, and you'll see it.
Carl Froch keeps his cool, speaking with sharp authority and precision. He exposes JohnFury's bravado as nothing more than empty threats, music clearly highlighting the difference between a true professional and a loudmouth. Froch doesn't overplay his hand, yet every measured word he utters makes Fury's bluster appear weak, predictable, and easily seen through, demonstrating exactly why experience, composure, and skill always outweigh theatrics, hype, and empty posturing in the ring or any heated confrontation.
I'm not going to big myself up too much. So he's never stepped into the ring, which is what I'm trying to get at, with a real professional boxer, ever. And recently he's been running his mouth saying, if you got me in a ring, a boxing ring, UFC ring, the only ring I'd be getting in is a boxing ring. But he said he'd choke me out. So maybe when he sees me, he's talking about choking me out. But let's just be clear about this. He won't be choking.
Carl Froch and Eddie Hearn expose JohnFury's antics as laughable, over-the-top, and purely attention-seeking. While Fury hypes himself up with loud words and exaggerated threats, Froch remains completely unshaken, clearly demonstrating the vast gap between real, disciplined fighters and mere loudmouths. Music. It is obvious that Froch uses his composure as a strategic weapon, allowing Fury's theatrics to backfire while simultaneously earning respect and reinforcing his status within the boxing world, showing that calm professionalism always outshines reckless showmanship.
Yeah, you cracked up laughing. What was all that about? Yeah. What was so funny about that? Why didn't you stay? Why didn't you say then? Why didn't you step in and say, "Hang on a minute"?
I went
Froch,
to him.
in a boxing
I
match.
even told him I think he'd knock you out, like personally.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
To try and build it.
I'd
Trying to
love
do me
the
a
fight
favour.
though, wouldn't it? I mean, like, you got Tony Bellew over there, he's going, do you know what, I could beat that Bridgerweight. Like, I watch you on the bag sometimes, right? You, in my
Actually,
opinion...
Bellew coming back?
He said, like, I just feel like a fight comes up, you know what it's like, you've looked at it before and like, you know...
Joe Egan doesn't mince words and hits the point perfectly, emphasizing that Carl Froch's legacy as a Hall of Famer far overshadows JohnFury's loud bluster. Music. Fury's bullying persona quickly collapses when faced with Froch's proven power, precision, and skill, making it unmistakably clear that experience, technique, and ring intelligence will always dominate over empty threats, theatrics, and posturing every single time, reaffirming why true champions earn respect through performance rather than words.
I watched Carl Froch getting knocked down by George Groves. He was gone. Carl Froch has an incredible will to win. The fights that he's had with the great champions, and he's come out of the sport intact. For JohnFury to be calling out Carl Froch on his opinion, because Carl Froch is entitled to give his opinion in boxing. If you can't have freedom of speech, what was the point of these men and women dying in the world wars, giving their lives in vain?
What do you think would actually happen if JohnFury and Carl Froch, as he is,
Carl Froch could stand there and say to John, I'll give you 2 free shots, John. Hit me with your right hand and hit me with your left.
JohnFury storming toward Carl Froch displays his typical aggression, but it is ultimately all smoke and theatrics. Froch has faced far tougher opponents and handled music, them with calm, precise control and measured execution. While Fury appears chaotic, impulsive, and desperate for attention, Froch's unwavering composure makes him seem untouchable and fully in command of the situation. This encounter isn't about intimidation or empty threats. It's a clear demonstration of real skill, disciplined strategy, and experience triumphing over overhyped bravado, showing exactly why Froch commands respect inside and outside the ring.
Went and tried to approach Carl Froch, screaming all these things at him, you know, the fighting man, you know, JohnFury, 100-0 on the hard road, in spite of the fact he's been ironed out in the boxing ring plenty of times, including by non-punchers like Henry Akin one day, and it's all there for the people to see. He was going in on...
JohnFury's antics might entertain a few onlookers, but it is Carl Froch who represents the real and serious threat. Ade Aladipo highlights just how dangerous Fury's recklessness can be, yet it is clear that Froch remains completely unaffected and unfazed. The veteran boxer does not rise to the noise or get drawn into pointless theatrics. Instead, he allows Fury to make himself look foolish, calmly proving that skill, experience, composure, and mental toughness will always triumph over empty aggression, bluster, and over-the-top posturing, reinforcing why Froch commands respect in every aspect of the sport.
JohnFury looked like he was trying to fight Carl Froch. Obviously, Carl has said a few things about JohnFury over the last few months, and JohnFury, being JohnFury, went straight for him. I'm not quite sure what he was going to do if he got to him, but I guess that was the entertainment from the press conference.
David Adelai's insight reminds everyone that Carl Froch isn't just a master of technical skill. He is also a genuine, hard-hitting puncher. JohnFury can bark, boast, and make all the noise he wants, but he has never faced a force like this. Froch's precise combination of timing, accuracy, and unexpected knockout power makes him an absolute nightmare for anyone relying on bravado and hype alone. Fury's theatrics, loud talk, and aggressive posturing simply cannot match the real, tangible danger Froch brings into the ring, proving once again that experience, skill, and genuine power always outweigh empty threats and showmanship in high-stakes combat.
He hits harder than people expect, I think. I think a lot of people, obviously, they pick up on his boxing and how good of a boxer he is, but he hits harder than people expect.
Adam Smith points out that Carl Froch's confidence naturally rattles JohnFury without Froch needing to shout, provoke, or make a scene. His reputation, built over years of skill, discipline, and success, speaks volumes on its own. While Fury creates drama and chaos, Froch remains sharp, focused, and fully attentive to the fight at hand. The tension between them is entertaining, yet Froch's calm poise demonstrates that he thrives under pressure, consistently turning any surrounding chaos into a calculated strategic advantage. Music, every move, glance, and measured action shows that experience and composure outweigh noise and theatrics, highlighting why Froch commands respect both in and out of the ring.
Having a go at the Furies, probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that JohnFury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think
Johnny Nelson nails it perfectly. JohnFury excels at hype, showmanship, and creating drama, but Carl Froch delivers substance, skill, and undeniable results. Music, Fury's role is largely entertainment, building tension and spectacle, while Froch's presence guarantees precision, control, and execution in the ring. The veteran's experience, accuracy, and ruthless mindset clearly set him apart, proving that empty noise, theatrics, and posturing are no match for a Hall of Famer fully prepared to dominate and control every single moment of the fight.
Share Froch on fight, because I'm quite sure Carl's going to rip the life out of John after today. I think John did a job. John did a job and got the excitement going, got people talking. That's exactly.
Carl Froch, you want to watch Froch on full display? Because it's clear that Carl is going to dominate JohnFury after everything that's happened today. Honestly, John did his part. He stirred excitement, got people talking, and created a spectacle. But in reality, it comes across as more clownish than truly intimidating. Carl Froch, on the other hand, remains entirely focused, professional, and composed, music completely ignoring the theatrics while keeping his eyes locked on the prize. In my view, Fury's antics only expose his insecurity, as he relies on shock value, knowing that skill alone wouldn't carry him. Froch doesn't need to prove anything through ridiculous stunts or loud displays. His history, record, and knockout power speak volumes for him. Fury can shout, show off, or create distractions, but when the bell rings, experience, composure, and strategic precision win every single time. Froch thrives in these high-pressure moments, turning chaos into opportunity, demonstrating that real skill and professionalism always overpower empty noise, theatrics, and overhyped bravado in the ring, leaving no doubt about why he commands respect and remains a force to be reckoned with.
Of the world. I think he's referring to Tyson Fury. You know, when you have kids, you know, most people, when they want to talk about their children, they might pull their mobile phone out and show a few pictures. Big John just shows you his balls. That's where they came from. If there's anyone who needs a Manscaped advert, it's fucking John.
Liam Goof perfectly lays out the stark contrast between JohnFury's theatrics and Carl Froch's professional, disciplined mindset. Fury consistently makes it about ego, money, and over-the-top showmanship, while Froch approaches every situation with class, strategy, and controlled precision. Turning the arrangement into a charity-style confrontation further showcases Froch's intelligence, focus, and composure, making him appear calm, confident, and fully in control of the narrative. Fury's loud threats, demands, and conditions fail to intimidate Froch in any way. Instead, music, they emphasize his mental edge, demonstrating how he thrives under pressure. Froch remains fully ready, respectful, and completely focused. Music, proving once again that true champions rely on skill, strategy, and experience, not empty bluster, to dominate, command respect, and maintain authority in the ring.
Fury was doing that and goading Carl Froch, and I know John Fury doesn't like Carl Froch. Carl Froch mentions him, although I haven't really watched much of Carl Froch's videos lately. But Carl Froch, I know, has mentioned John Fury in the past. He's had a go with John Fury. They actually talked about having an actual, was it an exhibition or a boxing type match? And John Fury, the, any man, any time, was saying words to the effect of, "Oh, I'll fight you, Carl Froch, but the money has to be right." And Carl Froch basically said, "All right, well, if we arrange payment."
Eddie Hearn's words make it perfectly clear that while John Fury may be big, loud, and unpredictable, Carl Froch's skill, experience, and ring intelligence will always prevail. Froch doesn't need to throw wild punches or rely on brute force to dominate. He reads his opponent, music, adapts to every situation, and punishes mistakes with pinpoint precision. Fury might intimidate casual viewers with his size, aggression, and theatrics, but Froch thrives under pressure, turning chaos into opportunity with calm calculation. The mental edge is unmistakable. Froch stays composed, focused, and strategically sharp, whereas Fury reacts emotionally and impulsively. Music, whether on the cobbles or inside the ring, Froch's experience, knowledge, and poise give him a definitive advantage, proving why he is a true professional, why his preparation and discipline matter, and why Fury's loud bluster and theatrics are no match for decades of proven expertise and mastery in high-stakes combat.
I would never back against Carl Froch on the cobbles. Ever. But John Fury's a big old lump. There'll be some illegal moves in there. Do you know what I mean? But if they ever get close, Carl will be swinging.
Gareth A. Davies highlights the clear difference between passion and professionalism in boxing. John Fury thrives on hype, emotional displays, and dramatic theatrics, often allowing his focus to slip in the process. In contrast, Carl Froch channels his confidence, courage, and skill in a highly professional, measured manner, always prepared for real challenges. While Fury's energy is chaotic, loud, and unpredictable, Froch remains mentally sharp, adapting to threats, staying composed, and executing strategy with precision. His focus, tactical intelligence, and ring awareness demonstrate true mastery. Froch doesn't need to shout, intimidate, or rely on theatrics because his record, experience, and commanding presence speak volumes on their own. He handles pressure, attention, and high-stakes moments with calm authority, proving time and again that skill, composure, and tactical brilliance always trump empty bluster, no matter how loud, dramatic, or over-the-top Fury tries to be. Music.
John does. He's very, very, very passionate around his sons when they're fighting, and it gets something out of him. I spoke to him, literally face to face, and I said, well, what is upset? He said, I don't want people calling me out because I'll take any man on.
Yeah.
You know the comments.
Yeah.
My guy.
What John Fury does, he does with extreme passion, especially when it comes to his sons in the ring, and it clearly brings out a raw intensity in him. I spoke to him face to face, and he admitted he doesn't like being called out because he'll take on any man, no matter the situation or the hype surrounding it. The build-up to this showdown has been pure theater, with Fury screaming, issuing threats, and attempting to intimidate at every opportunity. Yet all of this has only positioned Carl Froch perfectly to shine. Froch has remained calm, calculated, and laser-focused, training hard with Tony Bellew, and showing that decades of experience and precise skill will always triumph over empty bravado. If Fury somehow manages a win, it would be a major shock, an unusual case where size, chaos, and theatrics outweigh professional ring IQ accumulated over years. Even then, the hype Fury has generated only underscores Froch's mental edge. Should Froch shock the world, music, it will be a masterclass in composure, timing, and brutal precision, proving why he is a true fighting man. Mentally, Froch is miles ahead, unshaken by Fury's antics, while the latter's over-the-top behavior only exposes insecurity. The crowd may crave chaos, but Froch delivers controlled, devastating destruction. That is where the real excitement lies. This fight is not merely about punches, it is a battle of brains, heart, and legacy. Make sure to watch closely. Comment below on who you think will emerge victorious, and don't miss a single moment, because Froch is fully prepared to remind everyone why he is the true king of the ring.